I'm already petrified of the enormous amount of talent that I see on stage. I feel so small and so humbled here. Uh, I'm not very used to being a host of panel discussions. I mostly get invited to speak as part of a panel. So I really hope I will be able to do justice to such an amazing cohort of talented kids here. Can you please hear a big round of applause for them? All of them. Thank you so much. No, no, we have. We have all the authors here. Yes. We have very tiny hands. I'll have to probably pull up the mics closer to them. And Khadija, can you please help me as a volunteer? Probably you'll have to move some of the mics there when needed. All right, so this panel discussion, while we have amazing authors here, I'll probably limit it to one question per author. Uh, uh, I am Rahul Ranjan. I am the co-founder and chief business officer. And when my team decided to do a panel with the bestsellers, they said, I think, Rahul, you should have a chat with them. Probably they will give you better ideas on how to market BriBooks. And I was like, that's an amazing idea. Let me learn from these young authors how to, uh, how to start ideating about marketing of your book. And I won't even call it marketing, but promoting your book, right? So that's the first question for me, from my side. And I'll probably have uh, authors starting with Ahana, talking about what's the first step that came to your mind when you thought about promoting your book.
The first step that came to my mind was book clubs to read my story out to small kids.
Okay, that's amazing. And did you actually work with your family members, maybe your friends, family members, or a school network, uh, schools, friends in school, to help? I mean, get their help to promote your book.
Yes, I took my family's help, who helped me to organize many things.
That's amazing. What about you? So, how did you start planning promoting your book? What was the first step?
I started writing on BriBooks.
And after that, when it came about promoting your book, what did you do?
After I written the book, then I sold the copies everywhere around the world.
Everywhere around the world? That's amazing. Uh, that's a very good answer to have. Uh, what about you? He was selling books around the world. Where all did you sell your book and promote your book?
So we had a family event and I thought I'll sell some copies there.
Oh, that's very smart. So using your family event to actually promote and sell your books is a very smart idea. What about you?
So basically, I called and messaged everybody I knew, like, can you please buy my book? And they were like, yeah, sure, we'll love to buy.
Oh, that's great. And while you were reaching out to your friends and family, right? Uh, did you write a small synopsis or a small gist about your book, and why is it that they should buy your book?
No, not really, but I said that I've written this, and they were like, we would like to support you. Yeah.
Okay, great. Uh, Out of the five other panelists that I have, did any one of you actually write a small synopsis when you were sending the message to your friends, family, readers, so that they can buy your book? So I have a raised hand from Kia. Uh, One second, Kia. I'll help you with the mic. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so my book were bought by friends, family, well-wishers, and they were bought for themselves and then gifted to their near ones to inspire them. So when they bought it, whoever was buying my book, I would try and give them like what I would tell them like what my book was about, and I would do small book readings with people who were for my family and even the people who supported me for my cause, uh, which is SMA, which is a rare genetic disorder from which I was born with when I was in when I was in 10 months. Then my book also was bought for several NGOs and children community libraries working with underprivileged children um, across India. And then my book also was my book also took part in um, an event called Race for Seven, organized by ORDI. They support rare diseases in India, and we were able to give my books to we were able to give 1,000 of my books to ORDI across 15 cities, which they were having a marathon. So all the runners who had taken part there got a copy of my book, and they were really inspired. And I got inspired personally by seeing my book reach so many people. And also, small companies bought my book and distributed it to to their employees, and that was another way that we were able to raise awareness on SMA.
You know, Kia, she's a superstar when it comes to writing books. She's a superstar when it comes to uh, talking about a cause, promoting a cause, and not just do it for herself. She's actually been promoting the cause for a much, much larger set of people, right? And not just SMA. I think I can proudly say that there are a very small set of authors globally in the BriBooks cohort where children have gone ahead and become, I would say, become brand ambassadors for a cause. And Kia, you are one of them. So thank you so much for being who you are. I heard from Kia about organizing book readings. What about you? What do you think about using book reading as a tool to promote your book?
Like book reading, if anybody likes to read some books, so we have to promote the books to those people who really wants to read that topic, and they want that they have to read this type of books in their like if it's their hobby to read like that books.
That's great. One of the things that I hear often from young authors is them actually getting a bunch of kids in their friend circle together and organizing a book reading where because the book is typically, and I'll tell you something interesting, typically the average number of pages written by our kids, and when I say our kids, I mean the authors of BriBooks, would be roughly about 22 to 23 pages, right? And you have such amazing illustrations in these books that when you get a bunch of kids, a very close-knit group, almost like a circle where you have 5 to 6 of your friends and you're reading out your book to them, that's an amazing tool to use, not just to promote your book, but maybe also to inspire other kids to write again, right? What about you? What was the tool that you had used to promote your book? If you could also introduce yourself. What was the first thing that you did when you wanted to promote and sell your book?
The first thing that I did when I wrote a book, then I bought a copy for myself and then I distributed to my parents.
Oh, that's great. So you basically bought your own copy and then distributed to your friends. Did that lead to more people knowing about your books? Did your book become popular because of that?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? What was the first thing that you did when it came to promoting your book?
So when my first thing was that when it was initial, I used to tell a lot of my friends. They had more. Then it kind of spread through many classes, and it actually got popular. And I started getting more people who are buying my books, and it became popular.
That's amazing. That's a great way of doing it. What about you?
First, I brought some copies for me. Then my mom said that you have to get some books to your friends too. So that's how my book became popular.
That's very good. I think this is the time that I had with all of you guys. Can I please have a big round of applause for all of them? Amazing talent. Trust me, most of them, the average age on the stage is about 8 years. For 8-year-olds to be on the stage and being part of a panel discussion with such an amazing audience here, it's not just difficult, it's actually very scary. But in their case, they were amazing. Thank you so much again, guys.